In the early months of the Clone Wars, Ahsoka, Tano, and Kit Fisto were sent by Master Yoda to speak to a horrifically injured clone trooper who was carrying vital information about Separatist war crimes and illegal weapons manufacturing. Master Yoda sent the two to ask the horribly scarred clone trooper about his discovery on the battlefield, hoping to obtain the information quickly in case he died along with the highly valuable knowledge. So I'm going to break down the full story of the squad of clones who uncovered the disgraceful Separatist war crimes and their absolutely tragic fate. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, as a lot of you watching aren't subscribed. The story begins on the lush green planet of Sacorria, where Ahsoka, Tano, and Kit Fisto are visiting a clone rehabilitation center designed to provide high quality medical care for clone troopers injured in the line of duty. As the two disembark from their ship onto the nearby metallic landing platform, Ahsoka is annoyed that she was sent on such a low priority mission instead of being out on the front lines of battle leading clone soldiers with her master. Kit Fisto understands Ahsoka's massive frustration, but reminds her that patience is a very important skill for any Jedi to possess, and that there may be more to this mission than meets the eye. Shortly after, the standard issue Republic medical droid greets the two Jedi and welcomes them into the high-tech facility. The medical droid does warn the two, however, that the clone patient is horribly injured and suffering horrifically with weakness and pain. The injured clone overhears the grey medical droid say this and bravely says to the two Jedi that it's not as bad as it looks. While he's doing this, he doesn't manage to get many words out without coughing and hacking every sentence. Honestly, really sad to see such a brave trooper injured this horribly. Ahsoka is absolutely shocked to see a clone in this bad of a state. With his legs suspended from the ceiling and bandages covering his badly scarred body, the clone asks to tell Kit Fisto and Ahsoka the story of his last battle, where he made a shocking discovery about the Separatist Alliance. Kit Fisto agrees to hear the tragic battle tale from the clone, and he is very glad because he says that this information is only for the ears of a Jedi, and that he would take this secret to the grave if a Jedi did not agree to listen to his story. As the brave soldier begins his story, he reveals that his name is Clone Trooper Marrt, Sergeant Martt of the 182nd Legion. Martt goes on to say that 3 weeks ago, he and his squad of red-trimmed clones landed on the remote world of Belgoroth in their Republic dropship. Republic High Command had sent Mart's 4-man scout unit to investigate a claim that a Republic weapons factory was making dealings with the enemy Separatists. Martt and his squad are of course absolutely disgusted that Republic facilities would be dealing with the enemy, but they hold back their harsh judgment until they complete their mission to either confirm or deny the accusations. Martt then introduces his squad, beginning with Trooper Chatter. Chatter got his name because he absolutely loved the art of code breaking and because he never shuts up. Knuckles was a brawler who much preferred using the immense force of his own fists in combat to a standard issue blaster. Finally, he introduces Recon, who got his name because of his legendary ability to sense imminent danger. I don't know about you guys, but this almost sounds like he may have some very light force sensitivity similar to Clone Trooper Glitch. Recon was famous within the Grand Army of the Republic for this mysterious ability, even among the most veteran scouts. The squad manages to kill some clankers, laughing about how easy it was to destroy the shiny B1 units before they finally arrive at the swampy terrain nearby to the factory that they are investigating. Martt quickly signals for his men to quiet down, allowing them to listen in on a conversation between Immune and the owner of the nearby factory. The squad of clones manage to catch the middle of the conversation, where the human factory owner, Taryn, is profusely apologizing to the Moon for not having a shipment of weapons ready for the Separatist Alliance. The Moon, called Reap, is incredibly annoyed at Taryn's failure to fulfill the Separatist weapons order and warns that he and his renowned family clan on Munilist do not accept excuses. The Moon explains to Taryn that he was supposed to produce 100,000 units by today, and in exchange, the banking clan, who were also supporting the Separatist Alliance, would make him extremely rich. Taryn begs the Moon for 12 more hours to complete the order, and the Moon does agree, but he gravely threatens the factory owner, telling him, "I hope so for your sake." Count Dooku can be extremely unpleasant when suppliers fail to deliver. As Trooper Marrt overhears this disgustingly treasonous conversation, his mind is racing and he wants to take action, but he knows that the mission has to come first. He quietly informs his men that his intel was correct and that Count Dooku and the banking clan are involved. He is still wondering though, what could they actually be trading? Moments later, Martt opens a crate that was recently produced inside of the local factory, which again shocks him to the core. The factory is producing FEX-M3 nerve gas, a substance outlawed by the Senate only a year ago in order to prevent violations of the Galactic Accords and prevent the committing of disgraceful war crimes. Martt then covertly takes one of the glass canisters containing the highly illegal substance before storing it away as proof of the Separatist war crimes. Just as Martt and his squad attempt to slip away into the shadows without notice, a B-1 battle droid spots the spying clones and alerts all other droid forces in the area. Once Reap notices that he and the factory owner have been spotted, he falls into a deep panic, demanding that Taran do something to fix this. In response, Taran ragefully orders all of his B-1 battle droid units to open fire immediately and push the clone squad back from the factory before they can discover any more information about the disgusting actions of the Separatists. As droid blaster fire begins to ring out across the area, Martt orders his squad to pull back for a rapid tactical retreat, swiftly moving into a nearby river behind them. Unfortunately, Martt's squad was quickly outmaneuvered and the B-1 battle droids quickly surrounded them on the damp riverbank. Because of this, the squad pull back even further, escaping the droid forces for now. Reap then becomes increasingly angry as he realizes that the clones may escape and bring back evidence of their war crimes and illegal production to Republic Command. Taran, on the other hand, is quietly confident that the massive and vicious local wildlife will shred through the clones and gobble them up before they can make it off-world. The squad eventually make it far enough down the shallow riverbed for the Separatists to stop following them, leading Trooper Recon to wonder what actually happened back there. Martt quickly informs Recon that the factory owner was in fact double dealing with the Separatists and producing highly illegal weapons. Martt quickly realizes that even if only 10,000 of these highly dangerous and ridiculously illegal weapons got into the hands of BX droid commandos, there wouldn't be a single clone left breathing. Because of this, the squad leader orders his men to urgently make contact with the Republic Command to get the word back to them. Unfortunately, Trooper Chatter is unable to get a transmission through the fog of the swampy planet, making the situation even more complicated. The squad's attention is then quickly turned off into the distance as a huge screech rings out, deeply worrying each of the clones. Trooper Knuckles wonders if the droids have finally located the group, but Recon quickly corrects him, saying that instead of droids, they are likely being stalked by a humongous beast. Once again, Recon's sharp ability to sense danger was incredibly accurate, but unfortunately, for the final time, Recon was viciously slammed against a nearby tree with tremendous force, painfully killing the brave soldier on impact. The rest of the squad soon realized that their blaster fire will be useless in the thick, heavy fog, realizing that they have to move to a safer location very quickly or face immediate destruction. Moments later, Chatter bravely faces down the brutal beast, but is horrifically slammed into the hard ground, killing him on the spot. After that, Trooper Knuckles, as he always loved doing, bravely rushes at the beast with his bare knuckles, but was unfortunately slammed down, killing him swiftly. Being the only surviving member of his squad, Martt decides to use the illegal nerve gas canister to throw inside of the beast's mouth, hoping to kill it quickly. Martt then rapidly draws his blaster and begins firing at the tough hides of the beast, eventually impacting the glass canister, which fortunately does release the nerve gas right into its mouth, slaying the foul creature. Tragically, Martt then buries his three brothers in the swampy surface of the planet, vowing to destroy the entire shipment of illegal nerve gas before it ever leaves the planet. Such a tragic way for most of the squad to go out. Let me know down below which of the squad members was your favourite. The battle on the planet rages on for hours after the incident, and before the dim sun had risen, the skies of Belgoroth were illuminated by flames. The brave Martt was able to finally capture and shackle Taran before his wounds brought him to his knees, resulting in vital evidence being collected for the Republic. Cutting straight back to Martt's medical room, he hands Kit Fisto a folder which contains the necessary evidence of the Separatist war crimes and illegal weapons production. Fisto and Ahsoka then wish Martt well before leaving him in peace to recover. And to end the story, Ahsoka apologizes to Kit Fisto for doubting Master Yoda's mission, and the two set off to ruin the lives of the two senators who they found to be involved in these shocking treasonous actions. So that is the tragic story of the clone squad who uncovered Separatist war crimes. Thanks so much for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.